You coaching you. It's a great concept, it's a great idea, so let's look how to do it. So there's 4 key areas on how to be your own life coach. So let's look at step number 1. So step number 1 is, well, how many of us are good at giving other people advice? Well, I'm excellent. I get paid for doing it. Oh, David gives all sorts of people advice. But that's the time that perhaps David needs to go and look in the mirror and say, are you listening to your own advice? Yeah, it's a good concept. So you're telling people what to do, what to think, what to feel, how to see things, how to sort situations out. And we always go around telling other people what to do. Go and look in the mirror. Are you following your own advice? It's great self-coaching. Step number 2 is asking great questions of yourself. So how do we ask ourselves questions, and how do we remember what to ask ourselves? Because that's what coaching is, often about, is, asking, brilliant questions and getting people to work things out for themselves. Well, we need to ask ourselves some great questions. So here's just some samples of types of questions you might like to look at. Now, I use a notebook, and at the back of my notebook is a page where I do have questions to ask myself on a regular basis. And these are some types of the questions that I ask. The first one, which is always my favourite, what have you learned about yourself recently? Good one to start with. What am I good at? But what are the examples to back it up with? What is it that I want to achieve? How am I going to go about achieving it? What do I need to learn and develop to keep myself future-proofed and to stay relevant and of value for the rest of my working career? So I have to practice some of the things I preach. What motivates me? Now, I do know this because I've worked very hard on working it out, and it's doing something new and challenging every day. I can't cope with routine. I have to be doing it in my working environment anyway. I have to be off doing things all the time. Not necessarily 100 miles an hour. I'm trying to slow down. But yeah, what motivates you? So have some time. So if I'm feeling unmotivated, I've got to go and set myself some little challenges. So spend some time thinking about this and thinking, yeah, what motivates me? It's a good one to think about. What are my values? What are the 3 or 4 things that I really deeply care about that I run my business? Or perhaps I think are my ethics. I think it's always a nice thing to think about. And that helps me to understand myself as well, and why I do certain things and why there's other things I don't do. So that's really quite important to think about your values. And how do I want to be, or how do I want it to be? In other words, my world, the things that I do, my family, my friends. How do I want to be perceived? How do I want to enjoy this? So these are all really good questions, and I'm sure you can think of some other great questions to ask yourself to get you thinking. And that is really sometimes the essence of coaching, is building awareness in ourselves of what we're like, what we want to do, and then moving on to the next bit, which we'll do in a moment, how are we going to make it happen? The third area is what next? Yeah, we know what we want to do and perhaps personal goals and things that we want to change, but how do we do it? How will we make it happen? Hey, have a bit of thinking time. So what would I do if I knew the answer? It's a nice question to ask yourself. Or perhaps I could ask someone else for some advice. Or perhaps I have got the answer, I just don't do it. I sort of procrastinate a bit. So in which case, don't think about the whole task. Think about the first 2 steps. What are the first 2 steps to get you up and running? It may be doing a bit of research. It may be making a phone call. It may be sending someone a message. It may be joining a group. Just sometimes think of the first 2 steps. Don't worry about anything else. Just get yourself up and running. And when you've done that, hey, life starts to become a little bit easier. Then it's about setting some clear goals, some clear actions, and having some great conversations. I often think having great conversations with great people is a way round dealing with lots of situations. So whilst you're not sort of saying to them, hey, I'm coaching myself, and they go, how are you? Where did you get that idea? Mention me. It may be that, just sharing some of these things with other people and, yeah, just having good conversations with good people. But as I always say, sometimes be careful who you share all your thoughts and ideas with. Make sure you talk to people that you trust. Step 4, enjoy the journey. Enjoy what you do. Enjoy getting up in the morning. Enjoy eating your breakfast. Enjoy taking the dog for a walk. Enjoy going out to work. Enjoy the journey to work. Be it on the train, driving. Enjoy the conversations. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your work. Enjoy talking to people. Enjoy what you do. Enjoy sitting in the garden at the end of the day. Enjoy listening to music. Enjoy your journey. It's really important. So there's my 4 steps to how to be your own life coach. Number 1, if you're good at giving other people advice, make sure that you listen to your own advice. Number 2, have some great questions to ask yourself. Number 3, be thinking, what next? How to make it happen? And number 4, enjoy the journey. If you need any help, drop me a line. We can have a conversation. More than pleased to do so. Thank you for your time.